And now joining us to go all out on this story is who else? Meralco head coach Norman Black. Coach Norman, good morning. Welcome back to the show.
Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga, Coach. I like the room. I like the background. First of all, let's set things straight. That is Aaron Black's room, right?
Tama.
Unless you're also a sneakerhead like him. You have a lot of sneakers there. And
It's his room. It's his room.
I know. Coach, first of all, congratulations. Up 2-1. But still,
Thank you.
the job's not finished. 2 down, 2 more to go. But what is your assessment of Meralco's performance so far in this final series?
It's been a tough series. It's been a defensive-oriented series, and that's something that we do pretty well. We play defense, so we just have to continue to do that. Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's we're only halfway home, and Ginebra is certainly capable of coming back. There's rumors that Joppik will play tomorrow night, so that's going to give them a lift. So we just have to be ready and prepared.
Well, Coach, it's been really, it can be anybody's ball game, but, not to take credit away from you guys, you have played stellar defense, and even on the offensive side, you're just a thing of beauty to watch when your players are rolling like that. How about the import battle, though, in this series has been pretty entertaining. It is also pretty equal if we take a look at these numbers head-to-head of Justin Brownlee and Tony Bishop. But, though, you did limit Brownlee to a conference low 19 points in Game 3. As we take a look at these similar, identical numbers, almost, of Bishop and Brownlee, would you say after all these years of facing Justin Brownlee in the finals, you've finally cracked that code of defending JB?
Well, the interesting thing is it's a 7-game series, so you have to win 4 games. So I'm expecting Justin to come back and play really, really well on Wednesday. I don't think we've broken any type of code at this point. I think what we have to do is continue to play good defense and continue to try to match the numbers of Justin Brownlee. That's really the key for Tony Bishop. Mm-hmm. We don't want our locals making up a lot of production between the 2 imports. So if Tony can just play Justin even, that's going to help us out a great deal. Mm-hmm. But Justin's a great player. I'm sure he'll bounce back and have a good game on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also spoke to Tony, and I was commending how Clifford Hodge was also huge on defense, especially with the switches, with the task of guarding Brownlee at some point during the game. And, the help defense of your team was just tremendous. And Tony also told me yesterday when we spoke here on the show, he says he's loving that challenge of, of taking up that huge challenge, especially in the finals. Is he living up to your own personal expectations, Coach Norman, especially considering all the pressure that he's been under, given that this is, a tough import-laden conference?
I think what's important is that we just take it a game at a time.
Okay.
He played very well against Justin last game, but Wednesday's another story, so he has to come out and duplicate that again. Whenever you go up against a great import, for you to be considered in his class, you're going to have to match what he's doing out there on the basketball court. So the challenge is still there for him. Like I said, it's nice to be up 2-1, but as you know, it takes 4 games to win this series, so we still have 2 more to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, several locals have stepped up as well for you in the finals, including your captain, Chris Newsome. He broke out of that, if we want to say slump, in games 1 and 2. What a great game as well in Game 3, 20 points, 11 boards. He did struggle in the first 2 games. As we take a look at his numbers here, 8 in the first, 7 in the second, 20 in Game 3, and also the shooting percentage a little better, as we can see. Also double figures in rebounds for New in 41 minutes. Talk about New's turnaround here for this team, because he is a crucial part of what you're trying to run there and this series.
Well, if you analyze the games really well, you'll see that in the first 2 games, he actually guarded Justin Brownlee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe half of the game. So that takes a lot out of you. I mean, Justin is a load. He's about 225. As far as pounds are concerned, he's a legit 6'5". New is about 6'2", about 195. So he's giving up a lot as far as height and weight is concerned. Mm-hmm. But in the 3rd game, it was really Cliff Hodge who guarded Justin Brownlee the majority of the game. Mm-hmm. And that probably took a lot of pressure off of Chris Newsome as far as he could use that energy for other production, which he did, as he scored quite well in that game. So A lot of it depends on the matchups too. If he has to go out there and guard Justin Brownlee, he's a willing guy to do that for us. But at the same time, if he doesn't have to guard him, it gives him a chance to use energy somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree. Well, of course, we have to talk about who owns that room, Aaron Black, your son. Well, Coach, I'm just really happy for you, for the family, and for A, because we know he's worked so hard to get to this point at this level, playing at this kind of level in the finals. And he's really risen to the challenge for you guys, especially considering Chris Banchero playing limited minutes due to injuries. As a dad first, I want to ask you how proud of him as a dad.
Well, I'm just happy for him because I'm probably the one who sees him around here working every day to try to improve himself and to become a PBA player. He hears the noise. There's no question about that. But at the same time, it doesn't stop him from working every day. He keeps a positive attitude, and he's ready to play every game. He's going to give his 100% when he's out there on the basketball court. So he's helped us a lot, particularly in the absence with the injury of Chris Banchero, who's not been the 100% this entire series. So Aaron has stepped up and did a great job. So I'm actually happy for him. I'm proud of him. But like I keep telling him, we still need 2 more wins.
As a coach, what's your assessment of how well your player, Aaron Black, has played in this series?
Well, I always say this to people that Aaron is almost learning on the job because he didn't really get a chance to play the point guard position in college. Yeah. So he's actually learning in the PBA how to play the point guard position. And he's done a good job. I mean, he's up against one of the best point guards ever to play in the PBA in LA Tenorio. So that's hard. That's difficult. I mean, for him to go up against a veteran like that, who's still very talented, still very strong, still very wily as far as how he plays the game. So he's been holding his own out there. And on some occasions, he's done quite well. So he just has to continue to do that. I mean, the thing with basketball is you're only as good as your last game.
You're right, yeah.
You play well in your last game and you win, then you're really good. But you have to continue to strive to become a better player every single night and a productive player every single night. So that's really the challenge for Aaron.
Coach, I remember that presser where when when Aaron said he was just in grade 4 when you were coaching LA back in Ateneo. That was in 2005, 2006. And now he's facing one of the best point guards in the league in the finals, and he's holding his own, as you said. Are you harder on Aaron in practice?
He would say so.
Yeah, he would say it a lot.
I don't think so. I think I'm the same with everybody. Yes, I do get on him if he makes mistakes. There's no question about that. There's no favoritism as far as that's concerned. I correct him when he's doing something wrong. And he would say I'm pretty hard on him at times, but it's part of my coaching and it's part of him being my player. So
yeah, and it's paying off, look at the way he's delivering now, playing in the finals. It's just amazing for his second year in the PBA, if you think about that. Game 4 is tomorrow at the Big Dome. Coach, you go back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. We know Barangay Ginebra is more than capable of tying this series, as you've mentioned. We've seen them do that in Game 2. What, to you, will be the keys for Meralco to maintain that momentum that you have and move even closer to your first PBA title in franchise history, Coach?
Well, we're pretty sure they're going to come out and try to punch us in the face immediately. Not literally. But we just have to take that punch and then punch back and be ready to play. We know they're going to come out with intensity. We know they're going to come out strong. They always have the 6th man with them, the crowd, to motivate them. So we just have to meet that intensity, meet that energy, and understand that, either you go up 3-1 or you're back to square one again, and it's a best of 3. So we want to try to take advantage of this opportunity to move up 3-1. And we're expecting Japet will play on Wednesday. Wow. So mentally, we're already prepared for that. Whether he does play or whether he doesn't play, we're expecting him to play. So just be mentally ready, physically ready. And, we have practice today, so we will try to make a few adjustments so that we can be prepared for Wednesday's game.
Well, Coach, so far, so good. But again, job is still not yet finished. 2 down, 2 more to go. Another exciting game tomorrow. Game 4, Barangay Ginebra and Meralco at the Big Dome. Coach Norman, as always, a pleasure having you. Thank you, Coach. The best of luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Salamat.
Good luck in Game 4. We just spoke to Meralco Bolts head coach, one and only, Norman Black.